Both of our dads are named John. John is a very simple name, a very ordinary name, but food is anything but. We've created a great opportunity to over-deliver on service and food.
Yeah, I think it embodies neighborhood. It embodies, it's a little understated. You come in here like, oh, it's John's Food and Wine in Lincoln Park. It's this neighborhood restaurant that I can go to, weekly or even every other day if you wanted to. It's got a nice bar. It's a place to hang out, but it's also you get the food and you're like, whoa.
When you're opening a restaurant, when you're opening any business, how many discussions do we have? Potentially 900?
Yeah, thousands.
Thousands of discussions about, how should we open a restaurant? What would our staff look like? All of those conversations were very fruitful, and we've been steadfast in sticking by what we wanted to do.
Yeah, and I think the first thing that we discussed was how do we take care of these staff, and how do we take care of the back of the house, and how do we shift and make their piece of the pie a lot bigger, right? It's something that we always talk about and something that, we wanted to change. In most restaurants, the structure is that the front of the house gets a huge portion of the tip share or the service fees, and we wanted to change that. And it was a very, very simple switch. All we did was take service fees and give an equal share to the kitchen. It goes directly to the staff.
What makes John's Food and Wine special to me is not knowing if it's going to work out or not. It's a combination of you and I taking a gamble and being passionate about what we're doing, and then inviting other people into our lives and expressing what our ideals are and realigning or aligning our ideals to have a group of people come together with a common goal. Should we go say hi to the team real quick?
Yep.
My name is Evelina Lupus, and I am a R&D chef here. An R&D chef is a research and development chef, so I help develop and create the menu here at John's. We do a lot of research about who is farming locally around here, reach out to them. We say, this is something that we want to use on our menu. Do you have this? How long can we get this for? What's coming up next for you? How can we help best serve you and keep your farms going? Our relationship with our farmers is unique because something that Adam and Tom talk about a lot, just as our culture, is 51-49%. So 49% is skill here and 51% is good attitude. And I think we stand by that. I've come from a lot of restaurants where that's not necessarily the case. We do care about attention to detail and high standards and consistency, and that's something that I was ingrained with and I continue to strive with my cooks, but also having those relationships with positive attitude, including our purveyors, is something incredibly important to us because it creates longevity in relationships.
My name is Carlos Cruz. I'm the chef de cuisine of John's Food and Wine. Here we take a collaborative role. Myself, Tom, Adam, Evelyn, our whole squad. We have shifts for them to be in the front of the house. We put people on those shifts so that they can give the best dining experience possible. I think that guests really enjoy seeing chefs, serve the food, clear tables, and also for us it's a sense of pride. The things that we create and to see people actually, put it in their mouth and glow and say this is nostalgic or be excited about it or have new flavors that they've never had before. It's one of those things that it gives us pride, and as well as our team back there, they get to see that, something that they plated gets that wow effect.
My name is Owen Hughesar, and I'm the lead sommelier at John's Food and Wine. I think the way that we interact with guests here is different than other places. So at other restaurants that I've worked at as the sommelier, even the format is different. You have the three-piece suit, the pin on the lapel, the slicked back hair. It's almost official in a way, and people can get intimidated by that because they don't want to look like they don't know what they're talking about. And here, it's just very different, where I'm in a t-shirt. I'm wearing sneakers. So when I'm tableside, I'm just having a conversation. There's no kind of preconceived notions about what you should or shouldn't know. And I try to look for what's exciting in the market. What we do here is we'll buy in smaller amounts. We might buy 6 bottles of something and run it by the glass until it's out, and then move on to a completely different wine. with the idea that every time a guest comes in, there's a brand new, either buy the glass option, buy the bottle option, something exciting to talk about. And that kind of constant change and evolution allows us to be seasonal with the wines that we're selecting, but also focusing on those smaller production producers that won't get, the kind of representation on a wine list where they're wanting to buy in bulk for a full quarter. We'll feature producers for a day and then move on to something else. So it allows us to showcase smaller, more sustainably minded producers.
My name is Benjamin White. I'm one of the cooks here at John's. I would say what really sets this restaurant apart from any other restaurant that I've worked for is like the level of support that I get here. We're friendly more than anything else. We're kind to each other. We make sure to show each other respect, and just having that like foundation of support and knowing that no matter how challenging service might get, you have support. You have somebody there to help get you through. I think that's special. What I really love about the structure is being able to move like seamlessly between the back of the house and the front of the house. Like being able to feel like I can contribute to every facet of the restaurant, whether that's working behind the bar, whether that's running food out to tables, or doing what I started out doing, which is like preparing the food and getting in front of guests and making people happy. It's tremendously satisfying to be able to prepare something, work on a dish, and then get it out to people and put it in front of them and see their actual reactions, like see their faces light up when they're eating something that you prepared.